What's going on? I want to show this kind of like technique. It's like sometimes when I punch like with this arm, I'll lift this one up, but I'll drop it and I'll use this little look, the subtle. See this right here? How this is moving? When I lift and drop, it starts that moving. So if I'm just sitting still and I go like this, there's a lot of power there just because I'm good at that movement. But if I go like this, the speed from this is added on top of this, if that makes any sense. So, in a way, by lifting this, dropping it, getting started, being subtle enough so you kind of like transfer the look, this little whip here. See how this arm, how it's a dead movement, man. It's like you just lift it, drop it, it's loose. But from this right here, look, when you go like this, it's coming from these muscles under here, right? So you're learning how to drop one, lift one, drop one, and lift it and then swing. It's kind of like, look, the scales, the Lady Justice is blind with the thing and the scales. If you go like this and tip them, if you lift one up high, put something heavy on it, drop it, the other side comes up. I mean, that's just one way to look at it, okay? Or it's also point to the mountain, strike the grindstone technique as well, because look, you lift this, the person thinks you're coming this way, but really you're just dropping it. It's dead, and you're coming from the other side. So you draw them off by lifting one, dropping it, then extending the other one, okay? It reminds me of this. It's in Jing Yi. The Jing Yi cannon punch. Cannon punch is something like this. It's like the first fist, it's like, look, this one comes up like this. Like, say they punch at you. You lift up, you knock their arm out the way, but pulling your arm like this pushes this shoulder out. So look, as you go, bam, you block it out the way. The other one comes smashing through the center. Bam. So it's in a way, this too also is like, look, you're pointing to the mountain, but you're striking the grindstone. So you draw people off with the initial action, but this initial, I mean, see how hard that is? But when I was going like this, it was all soft and loose. It's different, but it's still the same. It's still the same philosophy, or at least strategy. When it's like, there's some moves that are that way, that the setup move is like dead. It's just you're transitioning and you're getting in position for the, like, yeah, even like that. Look, this is in position to come out that way. You know what I'm saying? It's like a person loads. It's like cocking back, like with the bow. You see them cock back the bow. They got to move out the way, cock back the bow. Then they smash through. I mean, if that makes any sense. And a lot of them, that is like, look, even, look, it's like you're pulling back your bow. You know what I mean? I mean, in a way. And that really is in the internal martial arts lore, that it's like a bow. You know what I mean? So it's like one of your like totem kind of thoughts that you want to think, like, you know, like there's a lot of different analogies where it's described like as something else, like the weed. You know, the weed, the lower it bends, the taller the weed, the lower it bends. You know, or even like that name, the cannon punch, or point to the mountain and strike the grindstone. It's just their name. You name things based on things that are normal to you. You know, it's NLP to learn how to remember them.